Yep, it looks like you're unmuted. And I can see likewise Don has done, so I'm going to ask Don to unmute himself too. And
This is John.
Yep, go ahead, John.
This is John Wilbur. My question was, the Osceola Expressway has sections of untold in the middle of, from time to time as you drive along it. Could you do something like that through the center of Poinciana? So for basically from the toll road to Pleasant Hill, could you make that an untolled section and then have tolls on going across the south side of Lake Toho, put tolls in there?
I don't know if Will Hawthorne or Dana wants to take this, but again, as we mentioned before, these projects are supported by toll revenues. So there's a balance, I'm sure, between and thresholds for determining toll viability, even in sections of a project. But Mr. Hawthorne, would you like?
I guess the question would be how did they justify that on Osceola Expressway, and does maybe Osceola County have to kick in some cash for to make up for the neglect to build a road in the beginning to help offset the tolls?
Hey, John, it's Will. You hit the nail on the head there. Osceola Parkway is actually a county-owned facility, so it has tax revenue that is able to supplement what the tolls don't cover.
So could you talk to Osceola County about helping you out here? Give them a bulk rate?
And this is Keith Latham, and if I can just add something, many years ago, before I moved to Poinciana, we used to come to Disney all the time and then go up to 528, and then all of a sudden they put this exit onto the turnpike called the Osceola Parkway. And when that first opened up, it was great because I think they charged us $1, and we got to go all the way from the turnpike into Disney. But as that area grew, particularly that area that is untold, they constructed the loop, and they constructed a whole number of intersections with traffic lights. And the drawback to that is that it takes you forever now to get to the constrained area of the Osceola Parkway where that toll booth is. Those traffic lights are not necessarily coordinated, and it takes you a long time to get from the turnpike into that area.
I'd build it the same way. I just don't put a toll booth on the slip lanes.
Well,
put a toll booth at the bottom of Poinciana Parkway and put a toll booth at the beginning of the Lake Toho bypass.
Well, I think that was the question I was asking earlier, and that has to do with traffic and revenue study. But I think that's something they need to consider.
I think it's something that would conflict with our bond covenants. I'm not aware where we've ever done that on our system.
You don't have a bond for this one yet, so you could change the covenant.
Well, and I can give you an example of Poinciana Parkway right now. There's a toll gantry between Koa and Marigold. There's no toll gantry between Koa and Cypress Parkway. I personally, because I live in Solivita, get to ride from Cypress Parkway to Koa every time I go there and not pay a toll. Whereas the same people that get on at Koa, they pay the same amount as I do when I get on at Cypress Parkway. So the answer is, it depends on where the toll gantry is.
So I think you might want to remember that when you do the toll revenue forecasting, it's a system-wide effort. And as projects are developed incrementally, and again, Will, you can jump in on this from a policy standpoint, the toll locations are evaluated as each segment of the system is cobbled together.